Well, hold on to your rear ends. It is late Friday afternoon. Just got the apparent last letter from the Tesla driver who apparently was trying to draw attention to U.S. actions overseas, but also some experimental technology. And allegedly, the whole thing is crazy. This guy seems like he had either he had lost his mind, or someone helped him lose his mind, or none of the above. This is a definite bombshell, so I want to get right to it. So we have the email shared from originally Sam Shoemate, who I contacted, and he should be hopefully coming on the show very soon to talk about this. We'll probably do so on Quartercast, hopefully Monday. So by the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to Quartercast, I'm trying to get our live stream show up to 100,000 subscribers. We're at just 59.2. I know a lot of you want to just have me get to the letter. Please do. If you're a YouTube only viewer, subscribe there. If you're a Rumble viewer, make sure you tune in 1 Eastern on Monday. I'm going to do what I can to make this happen, have him on the show on Monday. So please do check us out. We're live at 1 Eastern. Now, Sean Ryan was mentioned in this specific email that was sent to Sam and apparently some other people. Here's what it says. And it looks like the bona fide, all this stuff from, confirming that this email was in fact him, confirming that he was who he said he was. This all looks legitimate. It says, in case I do not make it to my decision point or onto the Mexico border, I'm sending this now. Please do not release this till the 1st of January and keep my identity private until then. Now, I will say this. 1 Jan is a weird way to write January 1st for an American. I'm just going through it and reacting to it live, just like you may be. Normally, someone would say Jan 1. Date, then month is like a European thing, but he was stationed in Germany, so I don't know. Maybe it's much ado about nothing. But first off, I am not under duress or any hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 black Ford Mustang V6 for verification. Okay. Weird thing to mention, but okay. What we have been seeing with drones, so this is all related to the drones, is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems. So like gravity, anti-gravity propulsion systems powered by aircraft, and most recently China in the East Coast. Now, this is a technology that nobody really knows. Nobody knows if it exists or not. It's, I don't know if the Star Trek Enterprise used gravity. I don't know, because there's no gravity in space. So I don't know. So instead of saying gravity, he says gravitic propulsion systems powered by aircraft. Only we and China have this capability. Our OpSend location for this activity is in the box below. China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it's just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they used a balloon for Signet and ISR, which are also part of the integrated comm system. There are dozens of those balloons in the air at any given time. Well, that I probably believe. So what? The so what is because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned aircraft. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park it over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. Now, if you're like me, you're asking, okay, if you wanted to be a whistleblower, why did you off yourself? Well, I don't know. This seems to say maybe he was eliminated, but there's some more interesting stuff in this email. USG needs to give a history on this, on how we are employing it, how we are weaponizing it, how China's employing them, and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. I've been followed for over a week. if this guy is having paranoid delusions, that's how it would sound. If you were trying to make him sound like he was having paranoid delusions, that's how you would make him sound. I've been followed by over a week, likely Homeland or FBI, and they're looking to move on me and are unlikely to let me cross into Mexico. I don't know why he would be going to Mexico. We won't, because they know I am armed with a massive V-bid, which is actually a car exploder, detonator. So apparently they know he had it. He had it on him as some form of protection, allegedly, according to this email. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile, and I kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. I've acknowledged this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nimruz province, Afghanistan in 2019 by the admin, DOD, DEA, and CIA. I conducted targeting for these strikes of over 125 buildings. 65 were struck because of civilian casualties that ended up costing hundreds of civilians in a single day. U.S. FORA continued strikes after spotting civilians who was supposed to take 6 minutes and scramble all aircraft to CENTCOM. The UN basically called these war crimes, but the administration made them disappear. I was part of a major cover-up for U.S. FORA and Agent Redacted of the DEA, so I don't know if my abduction attempt is related. So he's saying he was abducted? I worked with General Miller's IO staff on this, as well as response to Bala Murgab, AOBS. A lot of these words I'm not military, so I don't know what they mean, but many of you probably do. The email continues further down here. I've been followed for over a week. Oh yeah, I have knowledge of this program and war crimes, blah, blah, blah. The UN basically called these a crime, but administration made it disappear. I was also part of the cover-up. If you need to elevate this to the media so we avoid a world war, because that's a mutually assured destruction situation. For my vetting, my LinkedIn is Matt Berg or Matthew Livelsberger. Active duty 18Z out of 110. My profile is public. I have an active TSSCI with UAP and USAP access sent from Proton Mail. Do not message me. I'll send out updates via Signal and email, but trust me, you're going to want to be involved. These are messages that they sent before this. He had sent these emails with the explicit hope of getting it to Sean Ryan and to get him to cover it. I hopefully will have him on the show Monday to talk about this. Some of the connecting the dots stuff is a little out there, but here you have. Let's listen to this part here.
Tim basically told me this, so I got the POA's number, the public affairs officer, sent it to Jeremy and Tim. He talked to them, and what they wanted us to know was that this guy was an upstanding soldier, an excellent operator, was moving on, was moving towards retirement and moving on to basically enhance the future of warfare. They wanted us to know that. Then the PA officer, sounds like almost jokingly said, which I don't know why you would joke about this, said that, and between us, which why the fuck would a POA officer say between us? I mean, if they didn't want us to know that information, then they just wouldn't have told us that. But they wanted us to know, obviously, that the DNA with his supposed child was not a match. And so I think what they were trying to do.
So they're trying to say that his new kid wasn't his, and that's what drove him to this.
Basically make this out to be, this is why this happened. He got bad news that that's not his child, and so that's why he did it. But with all the other context, especially with the 2019 incident, which was obviously a cover-up, I think that has a major role in this. The other thing is, I started receiving a lot of messages.
I'll let you watch, obviously, you should watch his whole show. He spends an hour with this guy. I'm just condensing it down. Hopefully he'll be on. Like I said, make sure you follow Quartercast because he should be on Monday. Hopefully, or sometime next week. He said he's willing to come on. The drone stuff is wild.
Inside the cab did not match the DNA of his child. All right. We also know that there was no, they said he was shot by a Desert Eagle. We know that there was no signature when it rolled up. So nobody shot themselves when it rolled up to it. You would have seen a large signature. Mr. Guns and Gear, he's on X. He goes into this a lot in depth. He's a firearms expert and he talks about this.
Right.
There's no signature. So this is what happens. You get a Tesla because you know it can drive itself up to the hotel, the Trump Tower. You put a body in it, roll it up. It's already burned up, or it's already shot, excuse me.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill anybody because that's not the message you're trying to send. You're not trying to level the tower or kill a bunch of people. So you load it up with fireworks and a bunch of junk to send a message.
Exactly.
And we know that his signal number or his signal
this part was huge too.
Number changed. That can't be done unless you're inside that signal account. And a lot of people conjecture, was the FBI inside his signal account, whatever else. But what if he accidentally changed his safety number, goofed up there? He rolled a body up in a Tesla specifically because a Tesla can drive itself up to the tower and did what he did to send a message to expose his stuff. And he's still alive out there somewhere.
I mean, that would be a wild theory, but it's just as wild as literally every other theory out there. Like perhaps, perhaps he is still alive. This is as bizarre as can be. This email makes no sense to me. Shout out to obviously the work that Sam Shoemate did, and of course Sean Ryan. Make sure you subscribe to this channel or you follow it if you're on Rumble, because I'll be covering this. If any big news breaks over the weekend, I'll make sure to log in and get you guys updated too. I hope you're informed by this video. Make sure you spread it far and wide, and we'll talk to you again real soon.